This is just a little short video for our friends. A couple minutes of what Karyn has done in the backyard this year. Each year we try to make the garden just a little bit different than the year before. Our wisteria here is blooming. We've started our planting. The fish have started eating. And what's happening here, all our plants are tiny. Now this will all fill in as the year goes by, hopefully. We have our little monument to Chicky here. That's where Chicky is buried, right under that fountain, our pet Baltimore Oriole. And some of the other little things that we've accumulated over the years. The bicycle, one of Karyn's favorite things, and she's going to add a few plants to that in the future. And we really do enjoy, we got 3 new rose bushes on each side of the garden this year. Our little flag that we got from Ray in Louisiana, Ray Dory. I always like looking at this in the beginning of the year and how small they are, and by the end of the year you can't even see the pot. They really do grow well. And she's got this little herb garden in the back of the pond now that we're going to try doing this, growing herbs and flowers in the same pot. I don't know how that's going to work out. What she's got here is a tomato plant right in the middle of a pot that has flowers around it. So we'll see how this works out. And we just absolutely love sitting out in the backyard, playing with the baby out there. Our wisteria is in full bloom. This is once, or sometimes, I don't know why, twice a year. Sometimes we get a late bloom too. The pond, one of the things Karyn loves in the evening, going out with her little gardening shears and pruning, and I don't know what else, growing things out there. She's got some cleomes growing back there. From Rich and Edie, we got this nice little bird bath. They came up and visited us in December. And we always love having things in our garden that remind us of our friends. This is really a nice thing, and we'll have this, of course, for many more years. Of course, the birds love it just as much, too. And I like to think, like what we like to do in the morning is have our breakfast or lunch or whatever out here, or just sometimes the baby will be here and I'll just say, bring a cup of coffee out, sit here. The baby loves to play in the backyard, and so as you look around the house now, of course, the baskets haven't bloomed fully yet. They'll get nicer as it goes by. For the last 2 years, we haven't put any chemicals on our lawn because of the baby. We don't want to have any issues with the poisons or anything. So our lawn really doesn't look as good as it should. But for the sake of Miles, we'll do it. Our tree is in full bloom here. And this time of year in New Jersey, I mean, no matter what part of the country you live in, there's always a beautiful time. And this spring in New Jersey is just a beautiful time. It's just the perfect temperature. And in the evening it'll just get a little chilly just as the sun goes down. In the morning it's just wonderful sitting out on a porch or sitting out in that backyard. When you wake up in the morning, the birds are chirping, and we have rabbits living in our backyard now. We have 2 rabbits. And there may be more that maybe we're counting the same rabbit over and over again, but I have seen 2 together just walk across the backyard. And of course the pond that my son Craig and I dug out years ago, still every year when the water clears up, right about now the water should start clearing up from the algae and the fish will start eating. It's just a wonderful place to hang out. And we plan to spend a good part of the summer out there, and hope you've enjoyed sharing this with us. And send us some pictures of your garden. I know Chuck Holtzapple does a lot of gardening and has a pond, so Chuck, send me some pictures.